we are surrounded daily by just absolutely unbelievable events that shape our reality, and they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming, and it's just a blizzard of information. What I really wanted to do is be able to shine a spotlight on these separate issues and then somehow bring the spider web together so that people could understand how all these isolated events, these unbelievable realities that we deal with every day, are reflections of our society and how we think and how we process and how we take in information. Welcome back to Unbelievable Reality Podcast, or welcome to Unbelievable Reality Podcast. I'm Roy Arthur. Wow, so much to cover right now. Here we are a week from inauguration, and in my estimation, then the unfolding shit show will truly begin. Although, honestly, it began really the day the election was over. And I have a lot to talk about when it comes to the incoming administration and my expectations and my thoughts, backed up by as much rationale and fact as I can possibly come by to support the ideas and opinions that I share. Before we get going, I always do a book or two. As always, man, come on, if you can read, get a book, read, fucking educate yourself. Keep educating yourself, never quit educating yourself for as long as you draw breath. Try to learn. That's all we can do while we're here. It's funny, I just finished Yuval Harari's Nexus, which has got my head just totally spinning, but made me choose or think to go back and pick up his first work from 2015, Sapiens. And I really do recommend that you read all three, Sapiens, Homo, and then Nexus by Harari. This guy's a genius. He gets a lot of shit talk online. Disregard it. It's just people that can't understand and people that can't follow his narrative, or those people that just hate him because he's just fucking smarter than they are. But going back to Sapiens, what a difference 10 years makes. I mean, in more ways than I can tell you, just the weight, the paper quality on this book, I know that's minuscule, but I used to be in the publishing industry, just the weight of this publication. The research, the research he's done, the imagery that's in here that's so rudimentary, and then you look at his newest work and it's really shocking. And where he's gone from Sapiens to Nexus is an incredible journey, 10 years, a decade in the making. Hey, read it. You won't regret it. Start with Sapiens, move on. The other guy, if there's people in the world that you just really want to hate, just because their resumes just remind you of, I just keep thinking less than. Kurt Anderson, New Yorker, oh my God, he was the editor of the Harvard, oh my gosh, his resume, I gotta read some of this. The Harvard Lampoon, Peabody Award-winning public radio show and podcast that he writes, best-selling author, Fantasyland, another book of his, How America Went Haywire, is insane, but so on point. Anyway, graduated from Harvard, magna cum laude, just beyond so smart. I'd be terrified to actually have a conversation with Kurt. This evil genius is just creepy and just such a harsh light on our oligarchy class in the United States and their role in government, their role in social media, their role in taking over, in controlling the narrative in this populace. Matches right along with Harari, but from a totally different perspective. Two great reads, you should get to them. You know what I wanted to do in this podcast, because I've been putting out material, I've been putting out podcast shorts, etc. now for 6 months. And I wanted to get back to the original mission that I had in mind when I created Unbelievable Reality Podcast. We are surrounded daily by just absolutely unbelievable events that shape our reality, and they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming, and it's just a blizzard of information. And what I had hoped to do from my humble origins, and I am not a highly educated individual, I am extremely well read, but not highly educated, and I don't really regret that too much. But what I really wanted to do is be able to shine a spotlight on these separate issues, and then somehow bring the spider web together so that people could understand how all these isolated events, these unbelievable realities that we deal with every day, are reflections of our society and how we think and how we process and how we take in information. There is a big picture. I mean, if you just real quick snapshot of a moment in time. We had a terrorist attack on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day in New Orleans, and then we had a guy blow up a Tesla. If he would have just blown it up like at a dump yard or somewhere just so we could watch it blow up, I would have been all on board with that, but this guy, no. That happened in front of the Trump residence, whatever, hotel in Vegas. And then there was another event then we had the budget vote, then we had the new Congress convene, the Speaker of the House drama, what else happened? Elon Musk weighing in on the budget debate. That happened, and then of course now we have fire of a biblical scale, and I'm not a believer in the Bible, by the way. I don't read fiction. If you ever have any questions in regards to where I stand on religion and its role in mankind's future, I don't have one because I don't read fiction. Anyway, that's another unbelievable reality, though, that shapes our lives every day. All of that has happened in 10 days. And it is so hard to process this endless stream of news and information that keeps coming to us from so many sources. Now the algorithms are just feeding you what you are interested in consciously and subconsciously. My attempt here is to try to make sense of some of this shit so that something positive can be done. Because throwing hands in the air and totally giving up it's not in my nature, and hopefully it's not in yours either. The TikTok ban, this has been a phenomenal platform for information, which is also a reason why I built Unbelievable Reality Podcast, to share information. I believe the TikTok ban and the closing of it, if this does, shutting down of the app, if it does occur, and we're 6 days from that, if it does occur, is hugely disruptive to our society right now. And TikTok has shaped a huge portion of this unbelievable reality that we're living in because of the discourse and the ability to freely share ideas and commentary into the stratosphere, and people get to choose if they like it or don't like it and respond to you. And yes, it does. Their algorithm does the same thing. It attaches to like. But you can go and find contrarian views to any topic if you want. It's been a free and fair sharing. It's also been a source of income for millions, literally millions. Millions of people are going to lose their job. Like 7.5 million, 10 million, somewhere in that neighborhood are making a living off of TikTok. They're about to be put out of business. That alone should be unconstitutional. They allowed the app to create businesses, and now they're just going to outlaw the app and destroy those businesses. Nobody's talking about that at all. At all. The made-up excuse of why they're shutting down TikTok is a complete farce, and everybody knows it. I've said it in previous podcasts, in posts, Instagram, TikTok, all of the above. This is just a power play to control the media, which already happened, but it's going to go to a new level. This is a purely political thing. We are not in danger in the slightest from China because of TikTok, and everybody in the fucking world knows it. If China really wants our secrets, it's really not hard to get them because they've already hacked everything we have. And so far, our intelligence apparatus cannot stop any of this. We always hear about hacks after the information's gone, another unbelievable reality. Why don't we hear about more of the ones that didn't get to go started in the first place? Summary, because I can go on and on. This is a refresher course, an invitation to Unbelievable Reality podcast, and what I'm trying to accomplish through this, I hope it to grow, to bring on guests, other opinions, and to expand on this platform. Obviously, I need subscribers, I need content, I need feedback, I need comments. My next podcast coming up shortly, I'm going to dive into this incoming administration, and we're going to start with politics. I'm going to run with politics for a few days because the next 7 days are really, really critical. Then the following 100 days are going to be really critical. And I don't think it's going to go anywhere close to what the people that voted for this administration think it was going to go like. I'm Roy Arthur. These are my opinions. These are my thoughts. If you don't like them, well, then fuck you. You don't have to listen. That's the beauty of the digital age. Just shut it off. Otherwise, like, follow, subscribe, all of the above, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, and of course YouTube.